This is Derek the Bigfoot Hunter. I'm a stand-up comedian and I travel around the country, and while I'm doing shows I make stops at places where Bigfoot sightings have been reported. I look into the locations, and this is my third location video. I appreciate y'all taking a look at the Carrs Creek Critter and the incident at Kalkaska. This one I'm going to call the Sugar Creek Sasquatch. We're here at Sugar Creek Cemetery, located south of Springfield, Illinois, about 30 miles. And 5 years ago, there were paranormal investigators here, a group of five, 4 women and 1 man, were in the cemetery after hours. And the first thing that they experienced was not a ghost. They heard a vocalization from this end of the cemetery where I'm standing right now. They were about 75 yards to my left, in the very center of the cemetery. After the vocalization, in short order, they heard what they thought was a branch break from a tree and then fall to the ground, which I believe they later confirmed by walking around where I'm standing right now. Quite immediately they started getting the rock throwing behavior. They got pelted with rocks that were similar to what are found out here on the ground in this field, and very dissimilar to the rock that's used to make the roadways in the cemetery. So they could tell that they were distinctly not from where they were at the time. And when they did further investigation, they found them to be consistent with, again, this spot where I'm standing. When they started to investigate a little closer, they actually saw a creature. Now, it was dark and they couldn't get a whole lot of detail, but they did say that they could tell very distinctly that the creature was at least 7 feet tall. And there are several trees right here next to me where a person could probably get a fairly accurate description of height, especially coming back later and investigating the incident. And apparently, after they discovered that it was here and wasn't liking that they were here, it took off running in a direction right over my lovely wife, the cameraman's shoulder, to the southeast. That's important because 5 days later, 2 other paranormal investigators came out here to the cemetery and came to this very spot, and they found a large set of barefoot footprints leading from this location to the southeast, to that line of trees over there. It's also important because that particular line of trees, after investigating this from an aerial perspective, is home to a waterway that runs through this county and south through the next county, and that particular county has had quite a bit of sightings. All of them seem to be associated with the waterway. So if they're here, it looks like they're traveling up and down the creek. Maybe that makes it easier to walk, I don't know. But yeah, this is a Sugar Creek Sasquatch. And I think it's a fairly credible story based on what I'm seeing here, and based on, like I said, the other sightings that seem to center around that piece of water running through those trees over there. A lot of the experiences that they hadn't described were very, very similar to what other people experience. Vocalization, tree breaking, limb breaking, and then finally the rock throwing. Seems like a lot of people experience a lot of the same things, and I find credibility in that. Anyway, my name is Derek the Bigfoot Hunter. This is location number 3, Sugar Creek Sasquatch. I'll see y'all on the road. Be careful.